What's up and welcome to another Kinda Funny live trailer reaction. Of course, I'm Tim Geddes and I'm joined by the producer slash seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Goes long.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good.
Who won last night?
Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Kansas City
night,
Chiefs.
Yes.
Exactly.
In a very lackluster winning, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah?
The game was incredible, but the last couple of minutes, we just got penalty, and they just kind of ran the clock out. It was just sad.
I didn't watch it at all.
Really?
Because yesterday was me and Gia's anniversary, and we decided to spend
You guys got married on Super Bowl Sunday? Oh, no, you guys got together rather on Super Bowl Sunday?
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
February 12th. It was, it was a whole fucking thing. It wasn't Super Bowl that time. But anyways, we watched Titanic in theaters for my first time since I was 8.
Wow.
And oh my God, Nick, that movie
Still slaps?
Oh, it is somehow better than I expected it to be. And I already thought it was one of my favorite movies ever. It's just so damn good. And the 4K restoration, the 3D, everything that they added for this re-release is, it's impeccable. I was fucking so blown away by what James Cameron and the team did there. So if you get a chance to go check it out, it's in theaters for a while. I don't know how long, but at least a week. So if you have the access to, I would highly recommend it because damn, it's great. But it is 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's Titanic.
It's long.
Oh, yeah.
Man. It is.
They said isn't the joke that it took the movie's longer than it took the Titanic to actually sink?
That is so funny. And I buy it. I buy it. But yeah, I could talk about that movie forever, but there's other movies to talk about. During the Super Bowl, a ton of trailers dropped, big game spots, as they call them. So some of them are full-length trailers. Some of them are little, mini 30-second, 1-minute teasers or whatnot. I've seen some things, and I haven't seen others. We're going to do this a little bit differently. First off, Greg Miller is dealing with a family emergency right now, so as much as he would want to be here to react to the Flash trailer, and I really wish he was,
I know.
he unfortunately is
It's
not.
unfortunate.
So Nick and I are going to hold down the fort and do it here. We're going to do this a little bit differently than some of our trailer reactions. Normally, we react to the trailer, give our thoughts, and then go frame by frame, break it all down. For this one, we might do a little bit of that for some of them, specifically the Flash, I imagine we might want to get into.
Probably get that.
But this is going to be more just us watching a bunch of the different trailers, giving our thoughts, and having a damn fun time. So without further ado, I want to start off with the big one. The Flash. Woo. We got our first official trailer. Before we'd had a teaser trailer in the past that gave us some little hints at the Keaton world, returning to 1989 Batman, which I'm sure is very near and dear to your heart.
Very makes me happy a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So, Kev, you ready for this? Hit play with audio, please.
You can go anywhere. Another timeline. Another universe. So why do you want to stay?
Is it Nolan's Batman?
It's gotta be.
This one? Because this is the world where my mom lives. I'm not gonna lose her again.
Time has a pattern that it can't help reliving.
That effect is so sick.
Different people, different worlds, drawn to each other like magnets.
It's my face. You stole my face. If you were to go into the past, you have no idea what the consequences can be. Bruce, I could fix things.
I don't know how I
You
feel
could
about that
also
ring.
destroy
It's a little
everything.
over.
Batfleck.
Yeah, we got Ben Affleck back. Great wig on
I
him.
completely broke the universe.
Zod back.
God,
Hell
we've
yeah.
been waiting for you.
I mean, it's pretty cool, right?
I mean, did they actually get him back, or is that like old
Yeah.
footage?
No
Oh, yeah.
humans. And now there's no one to defend us.
Oh, there's one guy
Want
left.
some help?
Come on, son. It's so good.
Dude!
You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
So dumb.
This
but
part.
so perfect.
But followed by this.
Yes.
Incredible.
If I can't undo what I did,
So cool.
if I can't get back, there might not be a future. What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
Incredible.
It's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
I'm
Well, we're Barry.
Barry, what are you doing?
Our kids are gonna want to see this.
What do you think, Nick? Give me the entire spectrum of thoughts here.
It's playing on my nostalgia, obviously, because it's got a lot of Keaton. It's got a lot more Keaton than I thought was going to be in it. This seems like he's in the entire movie, and they're obviously going to him because there are no meta humans left in this environment, or whatever they call them in DC. So the fact they have to go to the one person that doesn't have superpowers to help them is incredible, and I love that it's Keaton. I wish they hadn't had the Batman line in there, because I'm like, that's probably what the tone of this movie is going to be, which is all over the place. But seeing him back in the Batsuit is incredible. It's awesome hearing his voice come out of the cowl. I think the movie looks better than it should. I like this suit. I like a lot of things about it, but I think unfortunately it's going to fall into the same category for me. The more and more I watch this trailer, that it's going to be a hot mess of everything that you could possibly throw at a DC movie to try to reset this timeline, which in reality, I can't help but think they should just stop trying to do and just kind of retcon this whole thing. But seeing potentially 3 different actors play the role of Batman in the same movie, because we're all hypothesizing that Bale is going to come back just for a quick cameo in this, is incredible and awesome. And it seems like a darker tone, which I'm all for. I mean, Zod coming back too. Michael Shannon coming back as Zod is awesome.
That's cool.
I was not expecting that, and I was not expecting. I haven't followed the news on this a lot. Did we know that? Is it Supergirl? Is it Kara? Yeah. Did we know Supergirl was going to be in this?
Yeah, we saw her in the last teaser as well.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty great.
It is.
That character.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Obviously, it's hard to be too optimistic about a lot of the DC movies, and especially this one being one of the 3 that have been delayed constantly and like just really caught in that development hell, as well as all of the Ezra Miller stuff out there that just adds layers of complications to this. But I'm with you that I am like pleasantly surprised by this trailer, where I'm like legitimately, like, I have no hate on this. This looks fun as hell, and they seem to be adapting a lot of what I do like about the DCEU, and a little less of the stuff I don't. It's not without it, but I appreciate that. Look, regardless of the quality, regardless of what we think of it, we have spent the last 10 years with these characters in this world, and this one seems like they're having so much fun going back to even Man of Steel with Zod and like these moments that we have. This feels comic booky as hell, where it's like, yo, we're getting a bunch of DC characters in this Flash movie, multiple Flashes. I like that we're getting a Flash that we've known, so we're getting the Flashpoint story, but we also are getting like a Flash year 1 story with the younger iteration of themselves.
Whatever the blue Flash is or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, and Flash is something I'm not that up on when it comes to the lore and the knowledge of. But seeing this, I'm like, hey, I've enjoyed the Flash character in the DCEU. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I've thought it's one of the better elements of it all. And it seems like they're having fun with some of the choreography, seeing the 2 of them put their feet together and run with the different colors and shit. It's just fun. There's something fun about this. And obviously add all the Batman stuff that is going to be so on the nose. But like, sometimes just being on the nose can work, where we were worried about No Way Home as well, and they pulled it the fuck off. But that's a very different story. Admittedly. But they made it work in a world where, look, we can say all we want about the MCU. They were still pulling from some pretty bad stuff with The Amazing Spider-Man and elements of the Sam Raimi trilogy, and they made all of that work with winks and nods galore. So maybe this could work.
I think it can be an entertaining film. Obviously, I think I've there have been a lot of DC films that I think are entertaining. Man of Steel was entertaining. Shazam I enjoyed. Some of the Snyder, the bigger Snyderverse movies, not so much, like the Justice League, and those were a little bit of a crapshoot for me. The difference being, though, that No Way Home could take that risk that this movie seems to be taking, because all the movies that came before were more hit than miss. And I think that it's been too much of a hodgepodge for them to feel like this movie is going to be earned. I wish all those movies were a lot better, so that they could take the chance on this one and go a little buck wild with it, like it seems like they are going with it.
Well, I mean, you say that, but I mean, like they're pulling from '89 Batman and potentially Dark Knight. Like they are pulling from the good ones, right?
Which is the opposite of what No Way Home was pulling from, right? Like we had what we all can commonly kind of agree with was the Tom Holland Spider-Verse was the most stable and most well respected of them because they had third time's the charm. Even though I would argue that the Amazing Spider-Man is pretty good as well. And then Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man has its virtues as well. But in this one, I think we're pulling from. They're obviously leaning on '89 Batman and hopefully the Dark Knight to bring an air of legitimacy to the DCEU or what are we calling this now?
This is DCEU.
This is still DCEU. Okay,
yeah.
It's not elsewhere. It's not
DCEU is going to be the new one, but this
Right.
is not that. But James Gunn in the intro video thing that he did to the DCU, he
Right.
talked about this movie and said that it's amazing. Like he has such fantastic things to say about this one. Which I know a lot of people would be like, well, of course he's going to do that. It's like, well, he didn't do that for Aquaman 2. And I think that's pretty telling. So
Yeah, well, I mean,
which
this
comes after this.
I mean, looking at this, just watching the trailer, it looks fun.
It looks fun.
It looks fun. And obviously, like, look, if they can put together a good movie. I mean, this is loosely based off of that the comic book run, the Flashpoint, right? Which
year one.
I've never read, but I did watch the animated movie of Flashpoint, which is really cool and really fun, and it's a great concept. It's wacky, but it's a great concept, and so I'm all for it. Obviously, like I'm open to it. Is that Affleck? That looks like Affleck.
I think it's
Batman,
Affleck.
right?
Yeah, with that signature move he has going on here,
that's pretty
which
cool.
makes me think that it is this character, this version of Batman on the motorcycle.
I
And
would
it's
imagine
just making
so.
us think it's Bale. But honestly, with everything they're showing us here, I wouldn't be surprised if they use this movie to really kind of like have a lot of fun with multiverse stuff because it's going to be their last chance to do that for a while. Looking at what James has planned with at least chapter one of the DCU. What's up, Kev?
I was gonna say his cowl looks like Ben Affleck's.
Yeah, the cowl. That's definitely Ben Affleck.
The gun though, did he
had a
Affleck
gun like
have
that.
A gun like that? Okay,
Yeah.
but like the suit with like how complex it looks definitely more, especially that utility belt too.
The color of the belt. Yeah.
it looks a lot more like
Bale.
Nolan. Yeah,
Yeah. But I mean, the thing there, it's the motorcycle.
I don't
right?
know because
Oh,
he
yeah.
had. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would disagree though because I think that this suit looks a lot like that desert suit he had, where it was like the gun strapped to his side.
I'm
and
saying
all
the
that stuff.
coloring, though. Of the
Yeah, that's fair. But the color, we never know what the original suit was colored because they colored that film so many times.
Oh, well,
darkened
I
it
guess
up,
you're
lightened
right.
it up. We're not
You're
quite
right.
sure. It could have been gray. It could have been blue. We don't know.
Yeah, there is something, and this is, I mean, fuck, it's not even a nitpick at this point. This is just what it is. I don't like the look of DCEU
hate it.
motion. Like the way that Kara moves here that we're about to see in a second, where it's just really like sometimes it can be cool, but this whole shot, cool reveal and fun, but like, yeah, this, it feels Black Adam.
For me, it feels it's less about the motion and more about the fact that everything is just so green screened and so fake in this universe. And that's a complaint you absolutely could have about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's a complaint I had a lot about these Super Bowl trailers, and it's especially going to it kind of come into play. I think we're going to watch the Indiana Jones trailer at some point, and oh my God, I'm like, could you have gone to one real location for this? It kind of sucks some of the fun out of it. I mean, for this, obviously, people can't fly in real life, so you got to put them on green screen. But I was watching this. I watched this trailer back to back with the Dead Reckoning Part 1 trailer. And I'm like, what a difference just going to these locations make and actually doing these stunts in real life makes. It gets you really, really hype.
I just wanted to say briefly, like to what Nick's talking about. It's crazy how like where visual effects are, where they should be for this movie, and then you have moments like this. Like right now, Supergirl is gonna fly in, and just the textures on her skin and clothing just don't look real. Like look at the
Well, I just don't in general,
right there.
and I'm
See it?
hoping.
Yeah.
I mean, it
just
looks
not that. It looks like
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 1
yeah. It's very
when
like
he's in the sweat suit and you're climbing up. You're like, did someone draw that?
it's almost cartoony.
Yeah.
It's very cartoony.
Which can work. But they need to lean into it to work, and I feel like that's not what they've done so far.
I've never loved the visual style that Snyder set with these movies, and I think that when you talk to anyone who, or rather read interviews with anyone who's directed an MCU movie, like one of the big things they do is they're like, you have to adhere to the sort of like visual standard that the MCU has had for a while. And they have done that in this, but everything's so bloomy, it's so blurry, it's so clean. The textures just they don't read as real to my eye. It looks like someone's face stapled onto a CG body.
Well, I think that's like actually what's going on here, because if you see her hand, like she's clearly not wearing that clothes in real life.
No.
Do you think that like they're gonna like this is just what they could get together for the trailer?
No.
No, I think this
Really?
is the look of the movie because it was adhering to the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
And I think that when we see the James Gunn stuff start rolling out, it's going to be it will probably have a little bit more of a Guardians feel to it,
Oh,
which has got that
dramatically.
it's going to have that Marvel sort of level of polish and dare I say realism, of course, you know. The same argument could be made for the last Thor that came out where you're like, it wasn't that. It kind of looked a little bad too in parts, but yeah, these are all superhero movies, so you got to give them a.
I will say though,
salt.
there's things about the visual language of the DCU that I really don't like, but there are things that I enjoy, and I feel like they at times can
I
deal
hate
with,
that shot.
with darkness.
I hate this shot.
Yeah, it's the bloom. It's the bloom.
It's
that's
too much fucking bloom.
But the
man.
shot of Keaton's Batman coming down that like cylinder, whatever it is, like fucking people up in the darkness,
Yeah.
that looks dope as shit, and that feels like Batman. And like it's taking an 89 Batman that has a very distinct visual language and applying it to the DCEU world, and like it works for me just from what we're seeing here.
It does. But I mean, the thing is, honestly, when I think about the 89 Batman, I think about the hard light that they shot that movie with. You watch that, it is noir shadows everywhere, and of course, famously, the movie was shot so dark they had to go back and redo the prints for it because people were having trouble seeing certain parts in the theaters for it. And obviously, a lot of the movies just are lit differently now. They're lit, they're lit a lot more not smoothly, but like less hardcore shadowy.
Yeah, a little
that
more
looks great
evenly.
though. That shot with him looking up where you can't even see his eyes is what I'm used to when I think of the 89 Batman.
Yeah.
Having said that though, I will say I like Barry's suit in this. I like that they went back to that. I did not like the suit in Justice League where it had the wires all over it and all that stuff. This looks a lot more like a traditional Flash suit, which I think is a smart idea with those pops of yellow on it. I think that could be really cool. And then I'm just so wondering. We got to freeze frame through this. We got to see who's on that damn motorcycle right now.
Yeah, Kev, can you just go to the motorcycle part? Just to
I
look
just
at?
gotta know.
It's like I hope that we get Christian Bale's Batman in this because I feel like that would be a lot of fun.
What is it? Yeah, obviously we can't see what's on the side of the truck. Love to see if that's in
Yeah,
Gotham,
that's the
PD.
thing. Is it Gotham or is it
Metropolis
no,
or not what's it called?
midpoint, midway,
Century City? No,
Central City.
Central
That's
City.
what it is.
Thank you.
for Flash. Yeah,
Century City in LA.
Center.
Mid something. Yeah.
Yeah, not a Flash guy, everybody.
I mean, because this looks like Chicago, but it could also not be Chicago. I'm judging that based off.
It
of
does
one
look
strip of
like
road.
Chicago.
Like, I say things sometimes, and I'm like, so first off, love the dual tires on the bat cycle
Yeah.
here.
So it's not
the Tumblr.
the Tumblr.
Yeah.
but I mean,
But
it's
it
obviously
looks
alluding
like the
to it.
Tumblr,
So
right? And that it's so hard to see. If we could see the bat emblem on his chest, I could tell you.
Oh,
If it was the
cool.
yellow, you'd be like, okay, that's Keaton there. Nah, you can't really tell. They're not giving us anything, Kev. Those sneaky SOBs.
I think it's cool. And honestly, with this too, it's like I bet you we get more. Look, this is exciting me because I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. James Gunn has talked very highly about this movie, and in a way that makes me go, huh, you know something. And I
you've
think
seen
that
it, yeah.
from what we're seeing here, it's like, all right, cool, there's a lot. Getting Zod back's interesting. I would not be surprised if we get the whole Justice League in this. Even like cameos and like just like fun little moments.
why
like,
not,
Which
right?
would be really cool. Like if we know the Flash, just based on timing and the little things we've heard, is going to be kind of like a reset point to some extent. But I hope that they really use that as like, hey, this is the goodbye to the DCEU. We had some good times there. Not many, but we did have some.
I would.
So.
It's like the opposite of Endgame, right? Where Endgame was like sort of a victory lap for the MCU, and this one's like we bid you a fond farewell.
Exactly.
Which I'm fine for as well.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you got look, if you got Keaton back in the bad suit, I gotta support that.
And not as a cameo, man. What
No.
exciting times. All right, let's move to the next trailer, the next full trailer they gave us for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I have not seen this one yet.
Never
No, you neither. All right,
not.
great, cool. Really excited for it. We're getting real close to this movie.
We go. This one's gonna make me cry. isn't
Oh,
it?
for fucking sure.
God damn it.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians. Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back. Came back a total dick.
Oh, please. He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
This is gonna be great.
Comic accurate suits, man. Sick.
My sacred mission
Chuck.
Is to create the perfect society.
He didn't want to make
Oh my
things
God,
perfect.
Oh,
no.
come on, son. You can't be doing shit like
He
this.
just hated things the way they are.
I love that shot. You. Gooey.
I want you all to know that I'm grateful to fight beside my friends.
Incinerate them.
Shit.
Yep. Damn, man.
We were always searching for a family.
What?
Until we found each other.
Oh, that action scene's gonna be awesome.
For one last ride.
Them doing the Ravager thing feels very much like someone died and they're honoring
Fly
them.
away together. Into the forever and beautiful sky.
She holding Quill there?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like this trailer and all of them have teased that pretty much anyone
Whoever
could
it
die.
was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
Knock it off!
What?
Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
Okay. Did not see that coming.
Peter Quill, baby.
Man, this is going to be very emotional.
Yeah,
very
it is,
emotional.
isn't it? This looks great, though. I'm really excited for it. I like that going in. It does feel like anybody could die or no one could die.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for any of the Rocket stuff, man. Like,
No, that's gonna be
like
tough.
he just looks so sad and like his little body all connected. But it looks like he's gonna find love. So I hope
Or
he's
at
not
least
the one to
a
fight.
homie to hang out with. We don't know, but it
Yeah.
looks like maybe some family or something like that of his own, which is good. So he's not going to be so alone. I mean, I'm always a sucker for one last ride, one final battle, one final heist or whatever.
And with that, Nick, it's not only one last ride with the crew. It's James Gunn's
James Gunn
last
as
ride
well.
in Marvel.
That's very true. And that's, I mean, look, all things have to come to an end. And obviously, this is the third iteration of this. And we'll see these characters, I'm sure, pop back up here and there. But I mean, I like the emotion that's baked into this. And Guardians has obviously had a special place in all of our hearts because for me, at least, it was a little movie that I couldn't have given 10 craps about before it came out. I was like, who are the Guardians of the Galaxy? And he made you care. And that's what this is all about. And all these care. I mean, even that guy, his brother,
Kraglin.
you're like, I could not care less about that guy. And by the third movie, I'm like, can't wait to see him again.
Yep.
Can't wait to see what's going on with him. Can't wait to see what's going on with Peter and Gamora and the new Gamora. Yeah. I mean, and also what's oh God, I want to say Adam Goldberg. That's not
Adam
not the
Warlock.
character's name. Adam Warlock. Thank you. Because he's gold. Well, how do we feel like he's going to figure into all this?
It's interesting, right? We got him teased at the post credits of Guardians 2. I love seeing a little naked Rocket here. It's really funny. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because in the comics, like I know him mainly from the Infinity Gauntlet storyline. Don't really know him too much otherwise. So and I guess the Guardians game that came out a couple years ago, last year, whenever the hell that was, 2 years ago. And
Because he was the one, like in the main Infinity Gauntlet saga, he was the one that was like the main driving force behind the whole thing, right? It wasn't Strange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was interesting that they kind of sidelined him like that.
yeah, I mean, MCU always kind of plays with what they have storyline wise,
Yeah,
where
of
they're
course.
at.
Game's not perfect.
But yeah, this looks great, and I will say that there's something about these Guardians trailers for Volume 3 that I'm more excited for them than I am seeing the trailers, if that makes sense.
This trailer was not my favorite. The first one was because I think they're really driving home the the emotion of this, which is that this is going to be sad.
Yeah.
This is going to be a goodbye. This is the end of an era, and they know that, and that's what they're going for. This one was a little mixed bag for me, but it looks visually great.
Yeah.
And I mean, when 2.5 hours of watching these characters again, I'm all for it. Who's the bad guy in this?
The High Evolutionary.
The High Evolutionary.
And I don't know if you remember, but he's the same actor that was in Peacemaker.
Right.
Yes,
right.
yes,
he was the head
is
of their
the husband of one of Gia's friends.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
really cool.
So, really fucking cool.
That's good that he gets his MCU debut, or in the movie debut. That's great.
Yeah, and High Evolutionary is like a really dope villain. So I hope that they knock it out of the park, and I expect that they will because it's James freaking Gunn. Everybody.
The gun.
All right, so that was Guardians of the Galaxy. We're gonna get to a whole bunch of other trailers, but before we do that, let's take a word from our sponsors. Shout out to Shady Rays for sponsoring this episode. Look how cool I look. You too can look this cool. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered from the sun to the slopes with premium polarized shades, customizable snow goggles, and so much more. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost and broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. They'll also provide 10 meals to fight hunger in America with every order and have donated over 20 million meals to date. That's fantastic. There's no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for y'all listeners and watchers right now, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the new year. You can go to shadyrays.com and use code KindaFunny for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. These are 5-star rated by over 200,000 people. Again, that's shadyrays.com. Use the code KindaFunny. Shout out to Honey for sponsoring this episode. Honey is the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer, and thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. And we all know there's nothing better than the feeling of saving money. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. When you check out, the Honey button appears, and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons. You wait a few seconds, you see the fun little dancing guy. Honey searches for coupons, and it finds you the best ones. And then you just watch the prices drop. We here at Kinda Funny have been using Honey for years, and it's helped us save thousands on tech, costumes, food, you name it. Honestly, I just love how easy it is to just set and forget and save. That's the best part. Honey doesn't just work on desktops, it works on your phone too. You just activate it on Safari on your phone, you save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. You can get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/kindafunny. That's joinhoney.com/kindafunny. Next up, I don't even remember what I put on the docket, Kevin. I'm kind of excited for this. Maybe a little Indiana Jones. Yeah, it is. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. The big game spot. Let's hit it.
Have we met? Have we met?
My memory's a little fuzzy. Are you still a Nazi? Give him hell, Indiana Jones! What are you doing here? Hey,
Coming out on my birthday. Indiana Jones 5. Nick, what do you think?
I mean, this is a lot better than I think that first trailer that we saw. We got a trailer a few months back that was not great. They had a redo of the theme, which I did not like. Obviously, they're reintroducing this character after a few years of not having seen Indy. I will watch it. I love Indiana Jones. I was not a huge fan of the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I thought that movie was pretty bad, like everyone else was, and I'm worried that we're going to be falling into that same territory with this one. But it's got a great cast. You know, Mads Mikkelsen. We got Madman Mads Mikkelsen. We got Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Come on.
She's great too. If you haven't watched that series she did, it was fantastic. And boy,
Harrison Ford's here.
Harrison Ford's here. He is, and that's honestly one of my. Look, I love Harrison Ford and I love Indy. I'm hopeful, but the last one wasn't so great. So we'll see what happens here, but it looks fun.
The only big thing for me that I'm holding out hope for is James Mangold directing this thing, right? The man that made Logan is making an Indiana Jones movie.
Right.
He gets it. He knows how important this is. He knows the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out. Like, I'm hopeful that that's all going to come together to be something really special like Logan was. But yeah, so far looking at this, like especially watching all these trailers next to each other, it starts to become a little bit of noise, right? And like, this is the world we're in, where this year in particular, we're about to have new movies coming out pretty much every week, like big blockbuster movies. and they're gonna have to like really do something special to stand apart. And I'm hoping that this one is going to be one of the ones that kind of rises to the top when all is said and done. Because I would say that our expectations going in are pretty low.
Yeah, they're pretty low. And again, this is something that I was talking about before. Is like looking at this, it's the exact same criticism I have of the Flash movie. Everything's bloomy, everything's like kind of overly colored and overly saturated, and you've got a lot of these post effects happening because even that cabin looks CG that they're in. And it's disappointing to a degree. I mean, I know this is what has to happen, but like the original 3 Indiana Jones were so fun because they were like, it was like watching a James Bond movie. They would go to these places and have these things happen there. I mean, granted, they weren't actually going to the places. They were shooting in countries that had the same look as some of these places because they weren't able to actually film there. This looks just so fake.
It just looks fake, which is sad.
But, you know, I mean, you've got some of the original characters back here, right? We're seeing Salah there, and we're seeing him,
Here's the thing.
when he was younger.
Sorry to cut you off here, but like it looks fake. It looks fun though, and it doesn't look like the monkeys swinging through the trees.
That looks terrible.
This looks stylized fake, which like there's just something off about it, but it's not wrong.
It's not offensive.
Yeah,
but it's just like, I don't know. I think we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just worried that they're investing in things for this movie that they don't, that aren't going to pay off in the end. But who knows? I mean, obviously, if it's a fun adventure and James Mangold is a phenomenal director, like, it could be good. It could be good. I'm cautiously optimistic. I remain.
What do we got next, Kev?
Ooh, have not seen this yet.
Creed 3. I have not seen this either. I will say, Nick,
from France,
that
should I answer?
No, definitely not. There's been a lot of talk about Creed 3, right?
Oh, yeah.
And the early rumblings from people that have seen the audience screeners, like not the critic screeners, just like as the movie's been made, people are like, yo, this actually is really good. Like similar types of vibes that Top Gun Maverick got when everyone's like, no, guys, like there's something special here. And then Michael B. Jordan, who's directing this is his directorial debut, also starring in it. He has been saying that the fights are very anime influenced and that they're going to do things that haven't been done before. And I hear that, I'm like, all right. Like, I hear, how many times have I heard shit like that? People that have now seen the final version of the movie, like the review code version of the movie, are like, you've never seen fights like this.
Oh,
like
that's kind of fun.
Super stylized and really fucking cool. And I'm like, oh, add that on top of everything we've seen of this movie. Hit play, Kev. Let's go.
Ready or not,
Awesome. Already great.
here I come.
'Cause I'm ready.
Jesus God. I didn't know that was possible.
There may have been a time when Damien had your back, but he doesn't anymore.
Hey, I'm just getting started, little brother. I'm coming for everything.
I'm ready. I'm ready to die.
Don't let him destroy everything you've built.
Ready or not, here I come.
Mixing the Fugees Ready or Not with Biggie's Ready to Die is the dopest choice they could have fucking made
so
for
cool.
that. This looks incredible,
Yeah,
man. Like,
it's gonna be really
legitimately, I can't believe that this might be number one. This looks like it has the chance to best Creed 1 for me, which like, oh man.
It looks great. It looks fun. It looks like the third act, hopefully, to the Creed saga, which will be good. And I'm hoping it's better than Rocky 3, which I love. I do love Rocky 3. But obviously it's hitting on a lot of the same emotional moments of it, which is that, he's got to protect his legacy. He's got to come back for that one guy who's just going to brutalize him. I like that they have a personal connection, though. I think that's really cool. I like that they were friends. That'll add a touch of emotion to this. Him hanging out with his daughter there and throwing hands. That's awesome. I mean, once more into the fray, man. I'm done. Let's go. Let's get in there. Don't show me any more trailers.
And I mean, here's the thing, everybody. Our adventure starts now, or continues, I guess, this week. We are going to be recording our Creed in review for patreon.com/KindaFunny members. It'll come out Monday for everybody else because next week will be Creed 1, then Creed 2, and then we're getting to Creed 3. But also, this Friday, we're doing a bonus episode of In Review because we had Magic Mike's Last Dance drop this week. This Friday, we'll also be doing the Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, starring Jonathan Majors. Hopefully, he's going to be a standout of that movie, one of the best big bads on Ragu Bagu for the MCU. And then this movie is essentially just two of the greatest MCU villains facing off.
Incredible. I mean, Jonathan Majors is going to have what a good year he's going to have starting this week.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. A lot of people don't realize this though, but fun fact, Magic Mike's universe, same as the Creed universe.
Wow.
Yeah, they happen in the same area. In fact,
I love that.
There's actually a behind the scenes moment that got cut out, unfortunately, in Creed 2, where you can actually see him dancing in one of the clubs.
Holy
back
shit.
there. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. You got eagle-eyed viewers. Get in there.
If you get in there, you can just see him just coming out of his own pants, doing the worm.
Coming out of his own pants. Kev, let's get the next one going. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Could not be less excited for this.
Did you see the trailer? Did you see the first trailer?
I saw the first trailer. It's weird.
I'm super into the first trailer.
I've just been burned so many times by these Transformers
But
movies.
this isn't the Bumblebee.
But they got jazz.
universe.
I know.
And here's the thing. It's not jazz, Nick. This is the most upsetting thing.
That's we're off to a bad start already. Who is it supposed to be?
Mirage.
The name's Mirage. Come on.
Pete Davidson.
Oh, well, okay.
Relax. I'm Mirage, remember?
Fuck yeah.
They just switched the logo
Autobot
to a
emblem
Porsche.
turning into the Porsche emblem is the dopest thing I've ever fucking seen. Honestly, I can't wait for this movie. This is like exactly what I fucking want from this shit. I don't expect it to be the best thing ever, but I expect it to be a good time. I am just supremely let down that this is Mirage and not Jazz. It is infuriating to me.
I love how much the trailer is just a big old fuck you to you.
Yeah, specifically.
The last time we did a trailer reacts, we spent a lot of time being like, it's probably Mirage, but it could be Jazz, blah, blah, blah. And like, the only line is
I'm Mirage.
I'm Mirage.
And they come
not
back,
Jazz.
I'm Mirage.
Yep.
Fuck you guys.
Wow, man. That is just flying in the face of everything you believe in.
Yeah.
Look, if it hits on Bumblebee level, it's fun. That'll be fun. Hopefully it does. And I think Bumblebee was a step forward for the Transformers series by far. So we'll see.
Yeah, Bumblebee took place in the 80s. This one, I think, takes place in the 90s.
This looks like that is a 90s Porsche. So.
And if I remember correctly, this is directed by the dude that did Creed 2, which not as good as Creed 1, but a damn good movie.
Yeah, it's good.
So
I enjoyed it.
Hopeful for this one, but we'll see where it lands.
Yeah.
What's up next, Kev?
1 second, hold on.
Who was the female Transformer from the other trailer?
RC.
RC. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Oh.
Scream 6.
Oh, here we go.
I've been staying away from some of these trailers, so
it's interesting. There's a lot of interesting choices being made with this series.
Oh God, they lucked the fuck out getting Jenny Ortega for the last one, and now she's the biggest thing in the world.
Was she in the last one?
Huh?
She was in the last one? Oh wow, that's awesome. I didn't put two and two together on that one. Wait, was she the kid at the beginning?
I mean, she's one of the sisters.
We're too high up. We can't get down from here.
That was a sound.
You're almost here. Behind you!
See you later, alligator.
This isn't like any other ghost face.
Yeah, the curves.
It's a shrine. Guys?
It's pretty cool.
We've got to lure him in.
We execute him.
Come on, mother!
Scream. It's for you. Only in theaters March 10th. Tickets on sale now.
I hope it's good. Hey, they need to do something different. I don't know that the New York City vibe is going to be the right level of different, but I like the shrine of like all the different weapons and outfits and stuff. Like that shit's cool. They tried it in Saw and it didn't work there. Hopefully it works better here.
You know, I love the Scream franchise. This looks like it's going to be dumb, fun horror. Let's go. Let's go.
We got Kirby back.
They got Kirby back. We got Courtney Cox back. We're good to go. That's all we need. And hopefully they let Hayden actually anchor the series going forward, because I'm sure this will be the
they
last
got
one.
Jenny Ortega now. They fucking made in the shade, dude.
That is
They're
fair
about to make
enough.
so much fucking money from this shit. Cool. What's up next?
Sorry, 1 second.
All good.
Oh.
Studio. That.
I mean, taking it out of the town and putting it into the broader world opens this franchise up to so many cool things, right?
Yeah, potentially.
I mean, there it is. We don't even need the touchstones to the original cast anymore.
So I put this one in here
God.
for you
Okay.
because a couple weeks ago I was watching some movie. I don't remember what it was in theaters, and this trailer played before, and not this one, but a trailer for this movie, and I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
And it blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Because it's called 65.
Yeah.
And it's the story of Adam Driver going to space, and then there's dinosaurs.
Yep.
And
Space dinosaurs.
I don't understand how anybody could not be super fucking stoked about this.
Is it 65 or is it called 65 million years ago? Because I don't understand what the story is. Oh, is this going?
Let's give it a shot. Let's watch it and then talk about it.
He crash lands on Earth 65 million years ago.
Fucking
And there's
wild.
dinosaurs.
All right, here we go.
It's like Beast Wars.
Exactly like Beast Wars, Tim.
Just like Beast Wars.
Man, all I'm saying is Gary would have better get paid for this.
Because
Because
it's like
this
after?
After Earth.
Exclusively in movie theaters March 10th.
That's it.
It looks awesome, dude.
Does it?
I think this looks
I don't
fucking
know.
great, dude. This looks way better than the last 3 Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah, I mean that's not saying much.
No, it's not. But I love the sci-fi gun shit. I'm like, this looks fucking they know
It
what
looks
they're
like
doing.
Oblivion.
They're doing it.
Smashed with Jurassic Park, and they had a love child.
Oblivion was great.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It looks like Oblivion, which is a good movie, smashed with Jurassic Park, which
With
was,
Adam Driver.
With Adam
Who's
Driver.
a great actor, and that's a fucking cool gun.
It's a
right?
cool ass
We can all
gun.
agree it's a cool ass
I
gun.
just can't. I could not be less excited about watching CG dinosaurs attack someone. I just couldn't be less excited about
Oh
that.
man, this looks fucking rad. The worst decision they made is this weird title treatment of random letters coming in to say million years ago. What the
million years ago,
Like-
this 65.
So dumb.
Like that? No.
You know what it reminds me of? 10 years later. I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Why 3 beats on that, Marvel? That's
It
the
was
one
great.
misstep in an otherwise
Are you
perfect game.
kidding me? Fucking so good.
Terrible time.
So good.
It's 5.
Next
Whatever.
up.
Hold on 2 seconds. I hope this runs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, this one's a little bit different. Do you want to give the setup on this?
Yeah, this is fun. This is my friend and fellow comic Janesh Rollins. I guess commercial TV debut. They dropped this spot. It was a digital spot, and I had no idea that it was actually going to play during the Super Bowl, during the Super Bowl commercial runs, and he didn't tell me that. And so I gave him a ration of shit last night for not preparing me for the fact that I was going to see his beautiful mug on my
crazy, dude.
65-inch TV. I mean, a commercial and a half break before Rihanna took the stage, and what was we should talk about one of the coolest fucking halftime shows ever. But yeah, this is my friend Janesh in a I forget the name of the product that he is selling here, but it's
Some NBA.
an NBA mobile game.
Mobile game.
But let's give it a watch. This is him on the left here.
Why are you here?
I'm supposed to play Wiggins.
Who's supposed to be here? If he shows up, might teach him something.
Which one of you is Trent?
I am.
I'll take that one.
What a jabroni. All World, that's what it's called. NBA All World.
NBA All World.
There you go.
It's fucking cool. And it's
It's
him.
awesome, and it's not only did it play once, it played twice. So everyone, go
wild.
send him some love. He's Janesh Rollin on I think across all social media platforms. Go follow him on Instagram. I think that's the one he wants the most. But we're super excited for him.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
awesome.
So fucking.
Because so now when we introduce him,
Of course.
you know how they always go, you may know this comic
Mm-hmm.
from yada yada yada. Like may know this comic from his Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah.
Please welcome to the stage, Janesh Rollin.
And that's
Pretty cool.
That's true.
Pretty cool.
Good for you.
Pretty cool.
Good for
Can't
you,
wait.
Super Bowl.
Can't wait to help him with his bags one day when he's super famous.
Yes.
And I just I'll move him from point A to point B.
I love it.
I could be a
love it,
roadie.
man. He's a good
Very
dude.
excited for him.
But I would say a pretty good Super Bowl for trailers, like 2 full-length dope ones for Guardians and Flash and little updates on some things. Pretty good. Not the best year ever, but we've had some duds in the past. So good job, guys. You did the thing. You brought the hype. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite trailer was, if there was anything missing that you were hoping to see. And until next time, I love you all. Goodbye.
Did you watch the Rihanna halftime show?
I did.